Question 1. What is the significance of the Magna Carta and in what year was it signed? A. Established parliamentary democracy in 1215. B. Limited the powers of the monarchy and laid the foundation for the modern legal system in 1215. C. Ended the English Civil War in 1215. D. Granted independence to American colonies in 1215. Answer. B. Limited the powers of the monarchy and laid the foundation for the modern legal system in 1215. The Magna Carta is significant for limiting the power of the monarchy and laying the groundwork for the principle of the rule of law. Question 2. Who is the current monarch of the United Kingdom, and when did they ascend the throne? A. Queen Elizabeth II, 1952. B. King Charles III, 2022. C. Queen Victoria, 1837. D. King George VI, 1936. Answer. B. King Charles III, 2022. King Charles III is the current monarch, having ascended the throne in 2022 following the death of Queen Elizabeth II. Question 3. Describe the main functions of the Houses of Parliament in the UK. A. To provide housing for the royal family. B. To govern the colonies. C. To debate and make the country's laws. D. To serve as a museum. Answer. C. To debate and make the country's laws. The primary function of the Houses of Parliament, comprising the House of Commons and the House of Lords, is to debate legislation, scrutinise the government, and pass laws. Question 4. What was the purpose of Hadrian's War? A. To mark the boundary of the Roman Empire in Britain and defend against northern tribes. B. To serve as a trading post. C. To protect the south of England from Viking invasions. D. To commemorate Roman conquests. Answer. A. To mark the boundary of the Roman Empire in Britain and defend against northern tribes. Hadrian's Wall was constructed by the Romans around AD 122 to denote the northern limit of their empire in Britain and to protect against invasions from the north. Question 5. Detail the causes and outcomes of the English Civil War. A. Caused by a dispute over tea taxes resulting in the independence of the colonies. B. Caused by religious differences leading to the establishment of the Church of England. C. Conflicts between Parliament and the monarchy over governance, leading to the temporary abolition of the monarchy. D. Disagreements over land rights with Scotland, with no significant changes. Answer. C. Conflicts between Parliament and the monarchy over governance, leading to the temporary abolition of the monarchy. The English Civil War was primarily caused by political power struggles between the monarchy and Parliament, resulting in the execution of Charles I and the establishment of a Commonwealth under Oliver Cromwell. Question 6. Who was the first female Prime Minister of the United Kingdom? A. Theresa May. B. Elizabeth I. C. Margaret Thatcher. D. Mary, Queen of Scots. Answer. C. Margaret Thatcher. Margaret Thatcher, elected in 1979, was the first female Prime Minister of the UK, known for her conservative policies and leadership during the Cold War era. Question 7. What event is commemorated by Guy Fawkes Night? A. The signing of the Magna Carta. B. The Gunpowder Plot of 1605. C. The Battle of Britain. D. The coronation of Queen Elizabeth II. Answer. B. The Gunpowder Plot of 1605. Guy Fawkes Night marks the failure of the Gunpowder Plot, an attempt to blow up the Houses of Parliament and kill King James I, symbolizing the triumph over treason. Question 8. Explain the term Commonwealth and its significance to the UK. A. An economic agreement between European countries. B. A British sports competition. C. A political union of states formerly part of the British Empire. D. A trade pact with the United States. Answer: C. A political union of states formerly part of the British Empire. The Commonwealth refers to an association of countries, most of which are former territories of the British Empire, emphasizing cooperation and shared values. Question 9. What were the main reasons behind the formation of the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland? A. The unification of the English and Scottish Parliaments in 1707 and the partition of Ireland in 1921. B. The defeat of Napoleon at Waterloo. C. The signing of the Magna Carta. D. The outcome of World War II. Answer: A. The unification of the English and Scottish Parliaments in 1707 and the partition of Ireland in 1921. The Acts of Union 1707 merged the Parliaments of England and Scotland, and the later partition of Ireland in 1921, following the Irish War of Independence, led to the formation of the current UK. Question 10. How did the Industrial Revolution start, and what impact did it have on the UK? A. Initiated by the discovery of the steam engine, leading to urbanization and the growth of factories. B. Caused by the repeal of the Corn Laws, leading to agricultural decline. C. Began with the invention of the Internet, modernizing communication. D. Started with the signing of the Magna Carta, promoting trade freedoms. Answer: A. Initiated by the discovery of the steam engine, leading to urbanization and the growth of factories. The Industrial Revolution began in the late 18th century, marked by significant technological innovations like the steam engine, which transformed the UK into the world's leading commercial and industrial nation. Question 11. What is the importance of the Battle of Britain during World War II? A. It was the final battle that ended the war. B. It was a significant naval conflict. C. It marked the first major military campaign fought entirely by air forces. D. It led to the Treaty of Versailles. Answer: C. It marked the first major military campaign fought entirely by air forces. The Battle of Britain in 1940 was crucial as it represented the first major campaign to be fought entirely by air forces, and it was a significant turning point in World War II, preventing Germany from achieving air superiority over the UK. Question 12. Detail the process and significance of the UK's decolonisation after World War II. A. It led to the immediate formation of the European Union. B. Resulted in granting independence to former colonies, reshaping global political boundaries. C. Caused the UK to lose all overseas territories. D. Britain reclaimed all former territories. Answer: B. Resulted in granting independence to former colonies, reshaping global political boundaries. After World War II, the UK initiated a process of decolonisation, largely due to economic strains and growing independence movements within the colonies, leading to the formation of new sovereign nations and significantly altering the world map. Question 13. What is the role of the Prime Minister in the UK? A. Head of the Church of England. B. Ceremonial figure with no real power. C. The leader of the UK government and responsible for running the country. D. The monarch's personal advisor. Answer: C. The leader of the UK government and responsible for running the country. The Prime Minister is the head of the UK government, overseeing the operation of the civil service and the implementation of policy, as well as being the principal figure in the UK political system. Question 14. How does the UK's judicial system work, including the role of the Supreme Court? A. The Supreme Court serves as the legislative body of the UK. B. It oversees the implementation of new laws by the Prime Minister. C. The judicial system interprets and applies the law, with the Supreme Court being the final court of appeal. D. It is responsible for electing the Prime Minister. Answer: C. The judicial system interprets and applies the law, with the Supreme Court being the final court of appeal. The UK's judicial system operates independently from the legislative and executive branches, with the Supreme Court acting as the highest judicial authority, ensuring laws are interpreted and applied correctly. Question 15. Describe the contributions of the British Empire to the modern world. A. Limited to the invention of the steam engine. B. Primarily cultural, with little impact on global politics or economy. C. Expansion of the English language, legal systems, and global trade networks. D. Introduction of tea to India and China. Answer: C. Expansion of the English language, legal systems, and global trade networks. The British Empire had a profound impact on the world, spreading the English language, legal principles such as common law, and facilitating global trade, which have lasting influences today. Question 16. What led to the creation of the National Health Service, NHS, and in what year was it founded? A. Following the Great Fire of London in 1666. B. As a result of the Beveridge Report, founded in 1948. C. In response to the Black Death, established in the 14th century. D. After World War II, to boost morale in 1955. Answer: B. As a result of the Beveridge Report, founded in 1948. The NHS was established in 1948 following recommendations from the Beveridge Report, with the aim of providing healthcare to all UK citizens, funded from general taxation, which was a landmark in social welfare. Question 17. How did the Great Reform Act of 1832 change British politics? A. It abolished the monarchy. B. Introduced universal suffrage for all citizens. C. Expanded the electorate and reformed the electoral system to make it more representative. D. Centralized all power in the House of Lords. Answer: C. Expanded the electorate and reformed the electoral system to make it more representative. The Great Reform Act of 1832 was a pivotal moment in British political history, as it addressed electoral inequality by redistributing seats in the House of Commons and widening the electorate, laying the groundwork for further democratic reforms. Question 18. Who were the suffragettes and what did they achieve? A. A medieval religious group that spread Christianity. B. Women who campaigned for the right to vote in the early 20th century, achieving success with the Representation of the People Act 1918. C. A political party that governed in the 19th century. D. Scientists who developed the steam engine. Answer: B. Women who campaigned for the right to vote in the early 20th century, achieving success with the Representation of the People Act 1918. The suffragettes were instrumental in the fight for women's suffrage in the UK, using both peaceful and militant tactics to achieve their goal, which significantly advanced women's rights. Question 19. What was the impact of the Black Death on medieval England? A. It led to a significant increase in the population. B. Caused a major decline in population, affecting social and economic structures. C. Improved health standards and medical knowledge. D. Had no significant impact. Answer: B. Caused a major decline in population, affecting social and economic structures. The Black Death, which struck England in the mid-14th century, drastically reduced the population, leading to labour shortages, social upheaval, and economic changes that transformed English society. Question 20. Explain the significance of the Battle of Hastings in 1066. A. It resulted in English independence from France. B. Led to the end of Viking rule in England. C. Marked the beginning of Norman conquest, changing the English language and culture. D. Established the first Parliament in England. Answer. C. Marked the beginning of Norman conquest, changing the English language and culture. The Battle of Hastings was a pivotal event that led to the Norman conquest of England, bringing significant cultural and linguistic changes that have shaped modern English society and language. Question 21. Detail the relationship between the UK and the European Union leading up to Brexit. A. The UK was a founding member of the EU in 1957. B. The UK joined the EU in 1973 and voted to leave in a 2016 referendum, officially departing in 2020. C. The UK never fully adopted the euro as its currency, preferring to keep the pound sterling. D. The UK sought to take over the leadership of the EU before deciding to exit. Answer. B. The UK joined the EU in 1973 and voted to leave in a 2016 referendum, officially departing in 2020. The UK's membership in the EU ended following a public referendum, reflecting significant political and public debate about sovereignty and economic policies. Question 22. Who was Sir Winston Churchill, and why is he a notable figure in British history? A. A British monarch known for his lavish lifestyle. B. A 19th century explorer who discovered Australia. C. The Prime Minister of the UK during World War II, known for his leadership and oratory skills. D. The inventor of the steam locomotive. Answer. C. The Prime Minister of the UK during World War II, known for his leadership and oratory skills. Churchill is celebrated for his leadership during one of Britain's most challenging periods, bolstering British morale during World War II. Question 23. What are the key principles of British law and governance? A. The divine right of kings. B. Rule of law, democracy, and respect for rights and freedoms. C. Military rule and absolute monarchy. D. Governance by religious leaders. Answer. B. Rule of law, democracy, and respect for rights and freedoms. These principles underpin the UK's legal and political systems, ensuring fairness, representation, and the protection of individual liberties. Question 24. How has immigration shaped modern British society? A. It has had no significant impact. B. It led to the isolation of the UK from the rest of the world. C. Immigration has contributed to the UK's cultural diversity and economic development. D. It resulted in the UK closing its borders. Answer. C. Immigration has contributed to the UK's cultural diversity and economic development. Immigration has played a crucial role in shaping the UK's demographic, cultural landscape and labour market, reflecting a history of openness and multiculturalism. Question 25. What was the significance of the Act of Union 1707? A. It established the Bank of England. B. It unified England and Scotland into a single sovereign state, the Kingdom of Great Britain. C. It declared war on France. D. It introduced the common law system. Answer. B. It unified England and Scotland into a single sovereign state, the Kingdom of Great Britain. This act was pivotal in creating a unified British Parliament and marking the beginning of a united Great Britain. Question 26. Describe the impact of the Suez Crisis on British foreign policy. A. It confirmed Britain's dominance over the Suez Canal. B. The crisis highlighted the limits of British power post-World War II, leading to a revaluation of its role on the global stage. C. It led to an increase in British territorial claims in the Middle East. D. The Suez Crisis had no impact on British foreign policy. Answer B. The crisis highlighted the limits of British power post-World War II, leading to a revaluation of its role on the global stage. The Suez Crisis of 1956 was a significant event that demonstrated the decline of Britain's imperial power and influenced its future foreign policy decisions. Question 27. What factors contributed to the rise of the British Empire during the Victorian era? A. Decreased trade with Asia and Africa. B. The empire's expansion was driven by industrialization, technological advancements, and a strong navy facilitating colonization and trade. C. A focus on domestic policies over international expansion. D. The empire shrank significantly during this period. Answer B. The empire's expansion was driven by industrialization, technological advancements, and a strong navy facilitating colonization and trade. The Victorian era saw the peak of the British Empire's expansion, bolstered by economic and military might, making it the foremost global power. Question 28. How did World War I affect the suffrage movement in the UK? A. The war halted the movement entirely. B. Women's participation in the war effort accelerated the granting of voting rights to women over 30 in 1918. C. World War I had no impact on the suffrage movement. D. The suffrage movement began after World War I. Answer B. Women's participation in the war effort accelerated the granting of voting rights to women over 30 in 1918. The significant contribution of women to the war effort was recognized, leading to partial suffrage as a step towards gender equality in voting. Question 29. What are the British values as outlined in official citizenship materials? A. Monarchy, empire, and the English language. B. Democracy, the rule of law, individual liberty, mutual respect, and tolerance of those with different faiths and beliefs. C. Isolationism and military conquest. D. Economic liberalism and free trade only. Answer B. Democracy, the rule of law, individual liberty, mutual respect, and tolerance of those with different faiths and beliefs. These values emphasize the principles that underlie British society, promoting democracy, legal equality, and respect for diversity. Question 30. Describe the significance of Shakespeare in British culture. A. He was a notable political leader in the Elizabethan era. B. Shakespeare is considered one of the greatest playwrights and poets, whose works are an integral part of English literature and education. C. His significance lies primarily in his contributions to the English legal system. D. He is known for his inventions that sparked the Industrial Revolution. Answer B. Shakespeare is considered one of the greatest playwrights and poets, whose works are an integral part of English literature and education. William Shakespeare's contributions to literature and the arts have left an indelible mark on British culture and the English language, celebrating his genius and the universal themes explored in his works. Question 31. What was the outcome of the Glorious Revolution, and how did it change the monarchy? A. It established the Church of England. B. It led to a temporary suspension of the monarchy. C. It resulted in the establishment of a constitutional monarchy with the Bill of Rights in 1689. D. The monarchy's power was significantly increased. Answer C. It resulted in the establishment of a constitutional monarchy with the Bill of Rights in 1689. The Glorious Revolution of 1688 led to the overthrow of King James II in favour of William and Mary, marking a shift towards a constitutional monarchy where the powers of the monarchy were limited by law, emphasising the supremacy of Parliament. Question 32. How did the Treaty of Utrecht affect British territorial claims? A. Britain gained control of the Spanish Armada. B. It resulted in significant land losses in Europe. C. Britain acquired Gibraltar and Minorca, expanding its strategic naval presence. D. The treaty had no impact on British territories. Answer. C. Britain acquired Gibraltar and Minorca, expanding its strategic naval presence. The Treaty of Utrecht in 1713 concluded the War of the Spanish Succession, granting Britain several territories, including Gibraltar and Minorca, which enhance its maritime strategic capabilities. Question 33. What role did Britain play in the abolition of the slave trade? A. It was the last European country to abolish the slave trade. B. Britain led the efforts to abolish the slave trade with the Slave Trade Act of 1807. C. Britain played a minor role, following other countries' lead. D. It opposed any efforts to end the slave trade. Answer. B. Britain led the efforts to abolish the slave trade with the Slave Trade Act of 1807. Britain was at the forefront of the abolition movement, with the Slave Trade Act of 1807 making it the first nation to outlaw the trade of slaves, marking a significant step in the global fight against slavery. Question 34. Detail the origins and importance of the English Bill of Rights. A. It was created following the American Revolution to establish parliamentary sovereignty. B. The bill was a response to the French Revolution, emphasizing liberty and equality. C. Drafted in 1689, it limited the powers of the Crown and outlined the rights of Parliament and citizens. D. It originated in the medieval period to limit the powers of feudal lords. Answer. C. Drafted in 1689, it limited the powers of the Crown and outlined the rights of Parliament and citizens. The English Bill of Rights was a landmark document that set out the constitutional framework for parliamentary democracy in Britain, ensuring the balance of power between the monarchy and Parliament. Question 35. How did the welfare state change after World War II? A. It was dismantled in favour of privatisation. B. The welfare state expanded, introducing comprehensive social security, health and education services. C. There were no significant changes to the welfare state post-World War II. D. The welfare state policies were deemed unconstitutional and abandoned. Answer. B. The welfare state expanded, introducing comprehensive social security, health and education services. Post-World War II, the UK significantly expanded the welfare state, most notably through the establishment of the NHS in 1948, aiming to provide universal care and support to all citizens, which reshaped British society. Question 36. What was the impact of the Falklands War on British politics? A. It led to the immediate resignation of the Prime Minister. B. The successful defence of the Falklands boosted national pride and the government's popularity. C. The war had little to no impact on British politics or public opinion. D. It resulted in a loss of territory for the UK. Answer. B. The successful defence of the Falklands boosted national pride and the government's popularity. The Falklands War in 1982, resulting in a British victory, significantly bolstered the Conservative government's standing under Prime Minister Margaret Thatcher, reinforcing her leadership and Britain's determination to defend its interests. Question 37. Detail the significance of the Good Friday Agreement for Northern Ireland. A. It marked the beginning of the Troubles. B. The agreement ended the Troubles, establishing a power-sharing government in Northern Ireland. C. It integrated Northern Ireland into the Republic of Ireland. D. The agreement had no significant impact on peace in Northern Ireland. Answer: B. The agreement ended the Troubles, establishing a power-sharing government in Northern Ireland. Signed in 1998, the Good Friday Agreement was a monumental peace accord that ended decades of sectarian conflict in Northern Ireland, known as the Troubles, by establishing a devolved legislature and promoting reconciliation. Question 38. Who was the first person to circumnavigate the globe under the British flag? A. Christopher Columbus. B. Francis Drake. C. James Cook. D. Ferdinand Magellan. Answer: B. Francis Drake. Sir Francis Drake was the first Englishman to circumnavigate the globe from 1577 to 1580, enhancing England's maritime prowess and global exploration reputation. Question 39. How has the concept of British identity evolved in the 21st century? A. It has regressed to medieval notions of identity. B. British identity has become more inclusive, reflecting the UK's diverse and multicultural society. C. It has become exclusively focused on English traditions. D. British identity now solely revolves around political views on the EU. Answer: B. British identity has become more inclusive, reflecting the UK's diverse and multicultural society. In the 21st century, British identity has expanded to embrace the rich diversity of cultures, ethnicities, and backgrounds that make up the modern UK, moving beyond traditional notions to a more pluralistic understanding of nationality. Question 40. What was the significance of the Battle of Waterloo? A. It initiated the 100 Years' War. B. The battle marked Napoleon Bonaparte's final defeat in 1815, ending his rule and the Napoleonic Wars. C. It resulted in British colonization of France. D. The battle had no significant historical impact. Answer: B. The battle marked Napoleon Bonaparte's final defeat in 1815, ending his rule and the Napoleonic Wars. The Battle of Waterloo in 1815 was a decisive conflict that concluded the Napoleonic Wars, leading to the restoration of the European monarchies and significantly altering the political landscape of Europe. Question 41. Detail the consequences of the Acts of Union 1800 for Ireland. A. It granted Ireland complete independence from Britain. B. It unified Ireland and Great Britain into the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Ireland. C. It led to the immediate creation of the Irish Parliament. D. It separated Northern Ireland from the rest of Ireland. Answer: B. It unified Ireland and Great Britain into the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Ireland. The Acts of Union 1800 merged the Kingdom of Great Britain and the Kingdom of Ireland into a single entity, the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Ireland, significantly altering the political landscape of the British Isles. Question 42. Describe the origins and impact of the Scottish Enlightenment. A. It was a movement focused solely on Scottish independence. B. Originating in the 18th century, it was a period of intellectual and scientific achievements in Scotland that had a profound influence on the Western world. C. It led to the unification of Scotland and England. D. Its impact was limited to advancements in kilt design. Answer: B. Originating in the 18th century, it was a period of intellectual and scientific achievements in Scotland that had a profound influence on the Western world. The Scottish Enlightenment was a remarkable era that contributed significantly to fields such as philosophy, economics, and science, influencing not only Britain, but also the foundation of modern Western thought. Question 43. How did the discovery of the New World impact Britain? A. It isolated Britain from the rest of Europe. B. It led to significant economic and territorial expansion through colonization and trade. C. Britain played no part in the exploration and colonization of the New World. D. It resulted in the immediate loss of British territories. Answer: B. It led to significant economic and territorial expansion through colonization and trade. The discovery of the New World opened up unprecedented opportunities for Britain in terms of economic growth, territorial acquisition, and the establishment of a vast colonial empire that would influence global history. Question 44. What were the main causes and effects of the Peasants' Revolt? A. It was solely caused by religious disagreements, leading to minor legal reforms. B. Triggered by heavy taxation and social discontent in 1381, it led to a significant but temporary challenge to feudal authority in England. C. The revolt was a consequence of a dispute over tea prices with no lasting impact. D. It resulted from dissatisfaction with the monarchy's fashion choices. Answer: B. Triggered by heavy taxation and social discontent in 1381, it led to a significant but temporary challenge to feudal authority in England. The Peasants' Revolt was a landmark event in English history, highlighting the tensions between the serfs and the feudal and royal authorities, and though it was ultimately suppressed, it marked an early challenge to feudalism in England. Question 45. How did the Elizabethan religious settlement shape the Church of England? A. It confirmed the Pope as the head of the Church of England. B. The settlement, established under Elizabeth I, solidified the Church of England's Protestant identity while incorporating some elements of Catholic ritual. C. It led to the disbandment of the Church of England. D. It established Buddhism as the official religion of England. Answer: B. The settlement, established under Elizabeth I, solidified the Church of England's Protestant identity while incorporating some elements of Catholic ritual. The Elizabethan religious settlement was a compromise that defined the Church of England's doctrine and practices, aiming to appease both Protestants and Catholics and bring religious unity to England. Question 46. Detail the impact of the Victorian era on British society and the Empire. A. It marked a period of decline in industrial and global influence. B. The era was characterized by significant industrial, cultural, and imperial expansion, solidifying Britain's status as a global power. C. The Victorian era saw the disbandment of the British Empire. D. It focused exclusively on advancements in fashion. Answer: B. The era was characterized by significant industrial, cultural, and imperial expansion, solidifying Britain's status as a global power. The Victorian era, under Queen Victoria's reign, was a time of profound societal change, technological innovation, and expansion of the British Empire, reflecting Britain's peak in industrial achievement and colonial dominion. Question 47. What was the significance of the invention of the steam engine by James Watt? A. It had a negligible impact on the Industrial Revolution. B. Watt's improvements to the steam engine were crucial for the Industrial Revolution, enhancing efficiency and productivity in various industries. C. It led to the decline of Britain's naval power. D. The invention was primarily for entertainment purposes in Victorian England. Answer: B. Watt's improvements to the steam engine were crucial for the Industrial Revolution, enhancing efficiency and productivity in various industries. James Watt's development of a more efficient steam engine in the late 18th century propelled the Industrial Revolution forward, revolutionizing transportation and manufacturing, and contributing to Britain's industrial dominance. Question 48. Describe the evolution of the British parliamentary system. A. It began as a fully democratic system in ancient times. B. The system evolved from early medieval councils to a modern democratic parliament, with key developments such as the Magna Carta and the Bill of Rights shaping its structure. C. The parliamentary system was imported from France in the 19th century. D. It has remained unchanged since the Roman occupation. Answer: B. The system evolved from early medieval councils to a modern democratic parliament, with key developments such as the Magna Carta and the Bill of Rights shaping its structure. The British parliamentary system has undergone significant evolution, from advisory bodies to the monarch to a sophisticated bicameral legislature, with historical documents like the Magna Carta and the Bill of Rights laying the groundwork for modern parliamentary democracy. Question 49. How did the British government respond to the American Declaration of Independence? A. By immediately granting independence to the American colonies. B. With military action to suppress the rebellion, leading to the American Revolutionary War. C. By negotiating a peaceful resolution that allowed for dual governance. D. The British government ignored the declaration, considering it insignificant. Answer: B. With military action to suppress the rebellion, leading to the American Revolutionary War. The British government's response to the American Declaration of Independence in 1776 was to engage in military action in an attempt to retain control over the colonies, ultimately leading to the Revolutionary War and the eventual independence of the United States. Question 50. What role did Britain play in the creation of the United Nations? A. Britain was opposed to the formation of the United Nations. B. It was a key player in the establishment of the UN, advocating for international cooperation and peacekeeping following World War II. C. Britain played a minimal role, joining only after its formal establishment. D. The UN was entirely a British initiative, created without input from other nations. Answer: B. It was a key player in the establishment of the UN, advocating for international cooperation and peacekeeping following World War II. Britain, alongside other Allied powers, was instrumental in founding the United Nations after World War II, aiming to prevent future conflicts and promote peace and cooperation on a global scale, reflecting a commitment to multilateralism and international order.